Tenali Ramalinga. This is the story where we find out how he got the name. So Tenali Ramalingam, he got the name Tenali because he was born in the place Tenali. That's how he got the name Tenali Ramalingam. But how did he get famous, and what were his beginning steps? So apparently when he was a young child, he was like super naughty. He was always giving nicknames, he was always getting into trouble, and he was always getting other kids and people into trouble. So one day a sage was going by, he saw Ramalingam, and he could see past his mischief that, he had some kind of, I don't know, virtue or something in his face. So he called the boy close to him and preached him a mantra and told him to go to Kalika Devi temple and chant it like 1,000 times. And then Kalika Devi will, appear in front of him and give him whatever he wants. And then the sage left. So Ramalingam, he remembered the mantra, and one fine day, but on the night time, he went into the Kalika Devi temple and he chanted the mantra 1,000 times. And then Kalika Devi, she appeared in front of him with 1,000 heads. And instead of getting scared, Ramalingam thought of something else, and he couldn't stop laughing. He just burst into laughter. He just kept laughing. And then Kalika Devi was like, "Hey boy, why are you laughing at me? What's so funny?" And then Tenali Ramalingam was like, "Oh mother, no, I am so sorry. I just had this thought that, we are human beings. We have 2 hands and 1 nose, and when we get a cold, it's 2 hands are not enough to clean our noses, and you got 1,000 heads and 2 hands. So I was wondering how you would clean all your noses with 2 hands." So I couldn't help laughing. Hearing this, Kalika Devi also agreed, and she was like, "Yes, this is something to think about, and this is a laughable thing." And then she was like, I'm impressed. I'm going to, give you a boon that you're going to become famous as a Vikata Kavi. So basically, Kavi means a poet. Vikata means is not a traditional poet. He's like a really untraditional one, but a very, very, very funny one. And traditional poets are not usually funny. They're like very straightforward, very, very traditional, very well put together. So that's what she meant. And Ramakrishna was like, "Oh wow, this is Vikata Kavi. This is a Telugu palindrome. Anywhere, anyhow you read it, it's Vikata Kavi." So he was like, "Thank you so much for such a lovely name. I'll be famous as a Vikata Kavi." And she was like, no, that's not enough. You need a boon. So I'm going to give you a boon that you're going to become famous as a Vikata Kavi in a king's court, and nobody will be able to, put together a poem like you can. And that was the beginning of his life as a Vikata Kavi, and he does become famous as a Vikata Kavi. He ends up writing 2 poems, and poems are poems in the sense they're not like 1-page poems, like 2-page poems. They're like a book of poems. They're huge. So one he writes is Udbhataradhya Charitra and Panduranga Mahatyam. These are the 2 poems he writes. And there are more stories coming that are going to be super silly and super funny, but mostly intelligent. So wait for them.